Kia ora everybody, welcome to our video of exercises. Hope that you like them. We've got Joe, Tanya, Erin and Mark from Sport Northland. Do pay attention to the safety briefing immediately following this. Have fun, make sure you're safe, and we'll see you at the end. Thanks.
Alright, so today we're doing a modified yoga routine. It's going to be very simple yoga. I'm going to be doing it on the ground. Mark is going to be doing a standing version, and Tanya is going to be doing a seated version if you find the ground is too difficult for you. So just follow whoever you feel comfortable most following. And so we're going to start with our posture. So we're just going to be sitting with our head over our heart over the pelvis, shoulder blades dropping back down the back, and we're just going to take a deep breath in through our nose and out through our nose. And we're going to do a couple more breaths here, in and out. One more in. And on our next breath out, we're going to twist to the right. On our breath in, we're going to lengthen through the crown of our head. And on the breath out, we're going to sink deeper into the twist. And we're going to do a couple more here. So breath in, lengthening through the crown, and breathing out, twisting into that posture. One more breath in. And on our breath out, we're going to come back to the center. So we're going to take a breath in here, and a breath out. So on our breath in, on the breath out, we're going to twist to the other side. So remembering to lengthen through the crown on the breath in, and on the breath out, twisting deeper. Breathing in and out. One more deep breath in, and on the breath out, coming back to our center. Now we're going to do some side body stretches. So we're going to drop this hand to the ground, lifting our left hand overhead, taking a deep breath in, and on our breath out, we're going to lean over to the right hand side. Breathing in, we're reaching through our fingertips, and breathing out, leaning into that stretch. One more big breath in, and breathing out, coming back to center. So take a deep breath in here, and a breath out. So now we're going to take a breath in and reach the other hand up high. And on the breath out, we're leaning to the other side. On our breath in, reaching through our fingertips. And breathing out, leaning into that side body stretch. One more breath in. And on our breath out, coming back to the center, hands on our knees, a deep breath in, and a breath out. Okay, we're going to go into our next stretches here. So we're going to take a deep breath in, and on our breath out, we're dropping our head over to the right hand side. When we take our breath in, we're going to come back to center, and on the breath out, dropping over to the left. Go through that a couple more times, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. One more time each side, breathing in and breathing out. Deep breath in, deep breath out, and a breath in back to center. Take a big breath out here. So this time we're going to drop our heads forward, and then we're going to look back. So taking a deep breath in and dropping our head towards our chest. Taking our breath in, coming back to center. And then breathing out and looking up towards the sky. Breathing in, back to center. Breathing out, chin to chest. Breath in, back to center. Breathing out, looking up. One more time, breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in, back to center. Breathing out, looking up. And then returning to center on our breath in. And taking a breath out. So now we're going to be moving onto our hands and knees. So find which way works best for you, or follow either one of these two on either side of me. I'm coming on to my hands and knees, and with our posture here, we want our lower tummy to be sucking in towards our spine. We want our shoulders over our wrists and our hips over our knees to make a nice flat tabletop position, and push the ground away from you with your hands. So we're going to start with some cat-cow stretches. So on our next breath in, we're going to drop our tummy towards the ground and lift our chest up and our gaze to go forward. And on the breath out, we're going to pull our tummy back up towards the sky, pushing our shoulders upwards. And then we're going to breathe in again, dropping that tummy. We're going to do this a couple more times. Breathing in and breathing out, dropping through those shoulder blades. Breathing in, coming forward. Looking up. Breathing out, pushing up through those shoulder blades. One more time, breathing in, coming forward. Breathing out, and then we're coming back to center. Okay, check your posture again. Make sure your tummy is still engaged. Make sure you're still breathing. And then on our next breath in, we're going to be lifting the right hand and the opposite leg, pushing that out towards us. So we're reaching through both our fingertips and our leg. And on our breath out, we're lowering them back down to a starting position, and we're swapping sides. So breathing in, other hand and leg goes up. Breathing out, coming back to the starting position. Here we go. Next side, breathing in, stretching out, tummy engaged. Breathing out, back to center. Breathing in, opposite side. Reaching, and breathing out, coming back to center. One more time each side. Breathing in, reaching those fingertips and the feet. Breathing out, back to center. And then breathing in last time. Breathing out, coming back to center. Here we go. So now we're going to take a little bit of a break, so you can bring, if you're on the mat, bring your toes in. Shift your knees out to about mat width apart, and we're just going to push back towards our heels and reach our fingers forward to get a nice stretch in our back. And then you can let your forehead rest on the ground if you need to. So we're going to take a few breaths here. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, puffing up through the shoulders, breathing out, seeking towards the ground. One more breath in, and breathing out. Okay, so now you can walk your hands back to come up. Okay, so we're going to transition to standing now. So I come up to my hands and knees. Bring my knees off of the ground here and just walk my feet up to standing. Okay. Right, now that we're here, we're going to take a deep breath in, reaching our hands up over our head, and we're going to breathe out, bringing our hands to our heart center. So what we're going to do is a balance here. So I'm going to face this way. And we're just going to bring the foot up to grab it and tuck it into the side of our leg. If that's too high for you, you can leave it here or have it lower, but I'm going to have mine here. And we're just going to breathe here for a few breaths. So breathing in and breathing out. What can help you with your balance here is focusing on a spot just a few feet in front of you and just keeping your gaze there. So we do a couple more breaths here and out, breathing in, and then slowly releasing that foot back to the ground, nice and controlled. Okay, so we're going to change to the other side now. So once again, so we'll just take another breath in, reaching those hands up overhead, breathing out, bringing our hands to the heart center, and then bringing that leg up to whichever position feels comfortable for you, and taking a few deep breaths here. So breathing in and breathing out. You might find your balancing leg wobbling a little bit, but that's okay. It's those muscles being activated. Just breathe through it, focus. Take a look at that spot in front of you. Last breath. And releasing that foot on the breath out. Okay, so from here, should still be facing the top of our mat. We're going to breathe in, and on our breath out, we are going to step back with one of our feet. So to our crescent pose, breathing in and lifting those hands over our head. Okay, and then we're going to breathe out and we're going to open up to warrior two. So in this position, you drop that back heel down to the mat and turn your toes off to a 45-degree angle. And if you want, you can have your heel lined up with the arch of your back foot, or you can take it out a bit wider if that's going to help you be a bit more stable. Okay, so from this position, on our next breath in, we're leaning back with this arm reaching towards our back leg, this arm reaching straight up to get a nice big side body stretch. And on our breath out, coming back to warrior two. On the breath in, spinning that heel back up and bringing those arms overhead. Breathing out, stepping forward. All right. Okay, so once again, taking a breath in, breathing out, stepping back into the lunge, bringing our arms up overhead. From there, we're opening up on our breath in to the warrior two, toes pointing out on a 45-degree angle. On our next breath in, leaning back with our hands reaching down towards our calves, other fingers pointing up, and breathing out, coming back to warrior two. Breathing in, facing the front once again, and breathing out, stepping through. Right. So we're going to go through this sequence one more time. So breathing in and then breathing out, stepping back as arms go up overhead. Breathing in, reaching tall. Breathing out, warrior two. Breathing in, reverse warrior, stretching the side body. Breathing out, warrior two. Breathing in, coming back to our crescent lunge. Breathing out, stepping forward. And release. All right. Breathing in, stepping the opposite foot back. Breathing out, warrior two. Breathing in, reverse warrior. Breathing out, back to warrior two. Breathing in, back to our crescent lunge. Breathing out, stepping forward. and just relax, shake it out. Okay, so now we're transitioning to the ground. So I'm going back to the ground again, so find the most comfortable way to get down. Okay, here we go. And then we're just going to lie back, or you can follow Mark or Tanya here. All right, so from here you're going to bring your heels fairly close to your glutes here. So if you can reach down with your fingers and brush your heels, that's about the right distance. And then from here, on our breath in, we're going to engage our glutes and lift up into a bridge. So breathing in, lifting to the bridge, and from here what we're going to do is slide our heel out. So starting with the right heel, we're going to slide it out on our breath out. On our breath in, we're bringing it back, and then on our breath out, we're going to lower our hips back down. So we're going to do the other side now. Breathing in, lifting our hips, breathing out, sliding that heel out, breathing in, bringing it back in, and breathing out to lower. Here we go, other side. Breathing in, lift, breathing out, slide, breathing in, back, and breathing to lower, out. Breathing in, lift, breathing out, slide, breathing it back in, and breathing out to lower. Next side again, breathing in, lift, breathing out, sliding that heel, breathing in, back, breathing out to lower. One more time, breathing in, lift, breathing out to slide, bringing it back in, and lowering back down to the ground. Okay, so from here, what we're going to do is bring our knees up over our hips. We can bring our hands here to make sure the length's right, but it should be sitting over the hips. And we're going to reach our arms out to the side, and we're going to drop our knees to one side while we're looking the other way. So dropping them to the right hand side. Start looking over towards the left arm. We're just going to do a couple of breaths here. And breathing out. And breathing in. And breathing out. On our next breath in, we're going to bring our knees back to the center. And on our next breath out, we're going to drop to the other side. And oh my goodness, I'm going to ruin this. Couple more breaths. And then on our next breath in, bringing it back to center. And a breath out to lower. So from this point, we're going to do our stretch, which is going to stretch up the back of the hamstrings and the glutes. So this is called a figure 4 stretch. I'm going to bring my leg up so that my ankle's sitting just above my knee here. And I'm going to pull my toes back, so have them flexed back to keep my knee nice and safe and push that outwards. Then you can stay here if you like, or if you want to go a bit deeper like me, you can lift this leg up, wrap your fingers around it, and just pull it towards your chest. And we're going to take a few breaths here. So breathing in and out. Pulling that leg in when you breathe out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. One more breath in. And on our breath out, lowering our leg back down to the ground. We're going to set up the other side here. So once again, bringing that leg up, ankle over the knee, feet flexed, knee pushing out, and then we can reach through and lift that leg and relax. And then we're going to take a few more breaths here, breathing in and out, breathing in and out. Nice big breath in, relaxing breath out. One more time in, and breathing out, releasing that foot back down to the ground. Okay, so what we're going to do now is tucking up into a little ball. Okay, so we're going to bring our knees back in again, pulling them in towards our chest, and then what we're going to do is bring our forehead up towards our knees and just give them a nice tight squeeze, big hug. Take a big deep breath in here, and then we're going to just release into our final Shavasana relaxing pose for some nice relaxation. So while you're here, you can just give your little wrists and ankles a bit of a wiggle. Your head can wiggle from side to side. Find where it feels comfortable for you, and then when you're ready, just fully let go and relax into the ground. Remembering to breathe in and breathe out. Just start relaxing. Relax the space between your eyebrows. Relax your eyelids. Relax the muscles around your mouth and your jaw. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Feel your lower back sink towards the ground. Feel the ground holding you. Let it take you away as you let go. And just breathe. If you feel yourself starting to tense up, just come back to your breath. Start remembering to relax each part of you. Bring yourself back to your awareness. You can stay here for as long as you like, but if you're ready to come out, start by slowly inviting some movement back into your fingertips and toes. Give them a bit of a wriggle, and wriggle your hands and your feet. You can roll over to one side if you like, get to a nice position. And then use your arm to push you up into a seated position on your mat. Take your time. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Namaste.